Okay, we're back in the game. Feeling a bit more human today. A little bit phlegmy, a bit coffee, but my illness feels like it's finally going. So being as I feel like I'm back to square one after a lengthy layoff of illness and work, I thought I'd do a video today for 5 things I wish I knew when I was a beginner runner. Don't you go anywhere. Man, the water is high. Not long till that's going over, I think. Okay, so thanks for joining me once again. It's Stevo Runs, a channel created for like-minded people looking to become fitter, healthier people. It's bloody freezing today. It looks nice, still sunny. It ain't raining, that's the main thing. But God, it's a sharp, cold wind. So, planning on banging out 10 miles today, maybe a bit more. I'm feeling quite good. Nice, easy pace, going by feel. So let's talk about 5 things I wish I knew before I started running. Number 1, comparisons. So when you're starting running, there's no point in comparing yourself to what anyone else is doing. Okay, you don't know how long these people have been running for. You've just begun. Everyone has their own individual journey. Everyone responds to training in a different way. You might be someone that responds to training, starts an improvement straight away. You might be someone who takes a little bit longer. Last thing you want to do is join up to Strava, go running with your friends. You feel like, oh, they're doing 8-minute miles. Maybe I should be doing 8-minute miles. And truthfully, you're probably 2 minutes per mile slower than that potentially. So, first thing I did, I didn't have no one to run with, but I went out there and I ran some friends that were playing football forever. I thought I should be doing that really, and I got the intensity all wrong. So point number 1, don't do no comparisons. Your time will come that you're running as fast as your friends, as the people on Strava. Don't feel forced, it's your own personal journey. Wind it all in, go by your own pace, which we'll talk about more later, and get the improvements by doing it your way and your way only. Point number 1. Right, point number 2. This naturally rolls on from the last one, but it's not the same quite. Intensity. Well, you knew this was coming. My channel is all about intensity. It has been for years. While you're there, if you've not seen this channel before, it's your first. I swear there's always a dog down here trying to get us, but they're always friendly. If you've not seen my channel before, hit the red subscribe button below. It's all about intensity and getting that bit right. I'm mad on trying to get intensity right for people, and I go out of my way to try and help people to do that. So let's talk about intensity at the beginning. Okay, this is me in a nutshell. I started running, and again, I was doing 8-minute miles. Doing 1, then doing 2, then doing 3, building up, always doing the same intensity. Right, that intensity turns out was too fast, way too fast. So 8-minute miles, 8.5-minute miles is what I was doing up until I got to about 10 miles. Until I discovered math, low heart rate training, whatever you want to do, soon slowed me up. As soon as I knew what my zone 2 was, and my easy running pace was, I slipped straight into almost 11-minute miles. So what I would say is, you're not Superman, you've never ran before, or you've just come back into it. Don't think that you can just go and do those fast miles straight away and keep doing them and keep doing them. It's a sure way to burn yourself to the ground. Do a bit of work on yourself to find the intensity you need to do. I will recommend math, or just get proper zones at a lab and go back down to easy running, the majority of them. Yes, there is time for some speedy work in between once you got into the swing, but as a beginner runner, You need to find the right intensity for you to get maximum fitness straight away, and for you to not want to give it up straight away. So intensity is massive. Put time in, get it right, enjoy your running. Right, to point number 3, another important one, and I'll stick 2 into it because I'm trying to get, I want to do 6, but I've only got 5, so consistency and routine. Right, so as a new runner myself, I would go running whenever I felt like it. And because I got the intensities wrong that I spoke for in point number 2, is that I was running too hard the day before, next day I didn't feel like doing it at all. It's a sure way to put yourself off. So consistency means, and routine at the same time, means writing out the days of the week you're going to run. Okay, majority of it is easy running. Do you want to go before work? Do you want to go after work? Do you want to go on your lunch break? Do you have a day off through the week like I do on Tuesday? Do you not work any weekends? Literally plan your week of running so you can follow it easily, so that you're happy, the family's happy, not interrupting any of your other life, and it becomes part of your life. Routine in running is the one thing that really gets you fit. If you keep doing it and keep doing it, keep upping the game a little bit each time, then this is going to show some serious results on your running and where you want to be. Get you fit, lose your fat, and get everything that you want, what you wish from running. Getting your routine placed out is the way forward. Like I say, you can add in fast runs when you get to that time, and you can start to add the runs in certain gaps after an easy run, hard run. Do an easy run, hard run, rest, long run. Do not forget the long run. If there's one thing I didn't do at the beginning when I started running, is dedicating enough time to the long run. So putting your regular runs aside, your work runs, your normal weekly runs, 3, 4, 5 miles. The weekend, whenever there's the best opportunity for you, a lot of people do it on a Saturday, mine's a Sunday, is getting the long run in. Okay, so that's like, if you're doing 5s, we'll do a long run of 9, 10, 11 miles. You'll work it out, you'll soon learn what is right for you, what's too much, what's too little, tailor it down to what works for you. So routine and consistency is hugely important for a beginner runner. Oh man, I can smell bacon cooking in one of these houses. That's good. Point number 4, kind of important. Just got to give it a mention because it's something you need to get right from the beginning, or you learn like I did. So getting the size of your running shoes correct and the quality of them correct is kind of important, okay? You might start running and think, how long is this going to last? How long am I going to do this for? Is this a January sale job? Am I going to get a cheap pair for 25 quid off Amazon? Yep, done that. Been there, got loads of them. Still got some at home in my cupboard that I'm never ever going to wear. The quality of your shoe makes quite a lot of difference in your running, okay? If they're not well protected or flat enough for you, then you're going to come up with some problems. £25 pair is not good enough really to be able to cope with starting to get a bit more volume in. You'll soon start to feel it in your calves, injuries will creep in and whatnot. But that's not for me to say. You might have had a £25 pair that have lasted forever, but in my opinion, and in my history of me doing it, I had issues. Another thing is the sizing. You want to get the sizing correct. Okay, I am size 10 in everyday walking shoes. I used to wear 9.5 football boots, caused me issues. I like my feet snug. I wore 10 shoes when I started running. My toenails were painful. My toes were shunting in the end of my shoe. And it's not until I really looked into it and walked into a sports shop and put the sizing thing on my foot that I realised I need to be on a size 11. Now, that sounds big, they do look ridiculous, but I've got space in the end for my feet, my toes to spread, a bit of room for shunting forward, if you get that, and all in all, just feels way more comfortable. I've had no more feet issues since changing my shoes to the right size. So the point is, yeah, get the right size in, pay a bit of money for it to prolong your running career. Do it. Now, they might call it a bit over the top that I'm wearing Nike Vaporflies. They do cost a bit of money. I got them in a sale. You wouldn't buy them any other time, surely. And I'm wearing them on just a 10 mile long run on the street, so not ideal. But with the Brighton Marathon that I've got coming up, I want to make sure these feel good still. They don't got many miles in them. I'm trying to get used to them a bit more. So I'll start using them for a long run so I can use them for Brighton. But it's great to have a lot of different shoes. I've got about 13 pairs. They're all in rotation, or a lot of them in rotation, some aren't. But it's good to give your foot a different feel and to rotate them every 1 or 2 runs to keep your feet healthy. Okay, that's that. Point number 5. Persistence, persistence, persistence. Right, so you may not know that I've tried running 2 times before this spell. This spell being the final one because I'm going to run forever now. But I've had 2 attempts before in the previous years, probably 10 years ago and 6 years ago perhaps, I'm not sure, not even recorded, where I've began running. I bought those cheap shoes I spoke of in the last point, and I thought, let's just go run 3 miles as quick as I can, come home blowing out my arse. 2 days later I feel like I need to go again because I hadn't been yesterday. Go do the same again, 3 miles, next week 4 miles. Before you know it, you're running yourself into the ground and you've quit. just like that. Happens to probably 90% of runners. I don't know the stats. But did you know it takes on average 66 days, according to Google, to nail down and fully stamp a new sort of habit into your daily routine? So how many of you started running and done it for over 2 months? Probably not many. Who's done it for 2 months and is still running now and looking for videos on here? Probably most of you. So it sounds about right. The idea is, with all the points before, getting all those things in place and being persistent with your running. You're going, whatever happens, okay? Unless there's like a tornado outside, then you need to be going to get your running. Even if it's shorter than it needs to be, slower than it needs to be persistent in your training is the way to become a runner for life. I wish I knew that the first time round, because I ran myself into the ground and I didn't manage to keep it going. I don't know where I'd be now if I was managing to train for this last 13 years. God, I wish I did. I feel like I've missed a lot of years of my life not running, and I'm 40 coming up. And I so wish I knew these tips I'm telling you right now in the past when I started then. So, get your shoes on, get out there, make your routine, make it happen, and be persistent in your training. It's something that you're never ever going to regret. Thanks for watching me. Hit the subscribe button below. Enjoy your training. Any questions in the comments, go for it, or tell me how your training's going. I'd love to hear it. See you next time. Stevo runs.